Welcome back to the studio vlog. It's the middle of October. Halloween is like 2 weeks away. I did not film very much last week because I was working a ton and I wanted to jump in and check in. I think I got some footage from over the weekend. I was working on some watercolors, capturing b-roll for my exclusive Patreon video for this month. And then yeah, that's about all I got. So it is already midweek. It's Wednesday. I spent all of yesterday working on a very special video that I did in conjunction with an organization that I volunteer with and that I help organize with called the Debt Collective, and we have a Chicago chapter, and basically I created a video for our Chicago chapter's YouTube channel. I'm going to include it in the links below. Please definitely check it out. Give it a like or a follow or a subscribe. So I posted a video about my personal journey, kind of like a story time, but it's basically a new series that I've created that I'm going to launch here on my channel. I'll be sharing it as well over on the Debt Collective Chicago channel. So the video went live yesterday, so Tuesday, October 14th. I usually post on Thursdays. But I was too excited. I just wanted to get it out there. It's like ripping a band-aid off because it's equal parts my personal journey growing up and then equal parts my debt story when it comes to student debt and what I'm doing as an activist, and then equal parts informational. So I love watching like those kind of like videos that are all about informing, you know, society on certain things, whether it be like, you know, the rise of social media and why people use it so much, or, you know, those kinds of channels. The one that comes to mind is ContraPoints. I absolutely love how informative her channel is. She's very edgy. At the same time, I'm not about that life. I'm gonna tell it to you. I'm gonna tell it to you straight. I don't have all the bells and whistles and creative je ne sais quoi that she has, but it was kind of in, you know, in the format of that. So I shared my personal story, but then I shared what student debt was and how it relates to this topic of racial capitalism. And yeah, so definitely give it a watch. I'll link it up here. If you don't like social justice stuff, don't stress, just go watch my last tutorial that's all about like how to make your phone aesthetic. So yeah, most of yesterday, actually all of yesterday, was spent capturing additional b-roll for it, and then filming, or not filming it, and then editing it. I basically edited for like 9 hours straight. I filmed, I want to say on Friday, because I was filming something else, so I filmed that in conjunction with that, and then I edited all day yesterday. It took me like 9.5 hours to edit that video. So I worked on that yesterday. I posted a new product live in my Etsy shop on Monday and on Creative Market. This was an interesting foray into a new skill set that I'm trying to develop. I really love typography, and I took a few classes a few months ago over on Skillshare where I teach, and I absolutely love them. I love Skillshare and just the basis of their platform. So I use it and I teach on it, but I also have, you know, I use it as a subscriber. And there's a bunch of really cool and interesting typography classes that I took. A lot of them are catered to Adobe Illustrator, but I ended up using Affinity Designer. So it took some finagling and figuring out, and I had to go to YouTube. And I might end up, if you guys think this is something that you're interested in, I might end up creating a tutorial or maybe a Skillshare class or maybe a lesson here on YouTube about how to make your own fonts and typefaces. And so I launched my first typeface. I dubbed it the Modern Skinny. It's just like a cute, bubbly kind of looking sans serif type. And I posted it for sale over on Etsy and on Creative Market. So that was a fun experience. It took a lot longer than I thought. Because, you know, you have to go in and look at how all the letters are spaced and put them together and put them in sentences and like check the spacing and the alignment, and the OCD in me absolutely loved that. It just took me a lot longer than I had planned. So the rest of today is going to be spent editing my Patreon exclusive, which is all about the supplies that I use, both analog and digital. So the art supplies that I use for my digital artwork and for my more traditional artwork. So I'll put a little teaser in here, but that's for those who are in like my $15 and up tier, I believe. And then of course there's always my pen pal tier, which is my top tier, but you get monthly mail from me, so definitely check it out. If you have not got a chance to check out my Patreon, I'll leave a link below as well. So the rest of today is editing that. That shouldn't take me too long because it's a quick video. And then I have to finish prepping my script for my 13th Skillshare class, which is perfect for the month of October. And I don't know about you guys, but in my culture, 13 is not actually unlucky. So just so you know, if you look at Latinx culture, the number 13 is not an unlucky number. But yeah, so I have to finish prepping that script. So basically I write out my intro, I bullet point what I'm gonna show in the actual tutorial. I don't write it word for word, especially because this is gonna be like a screen share software type tutorial using Affinity Designer, and how to make a planner using Affinity Designer as opposed to what I already have on in my Skillshare courses. I have a class that's how to make a planner in Affinity Publisher, which I always suggest because it's the easiest. It's basically like InDesign, and you're able to like create your links and everything all in one file, and it's super simple and easy. But I had a few requests asking me about, Jenny, can you do one for Affinity Designer? And I was like, yeah, I can do that. Okay. It takes a few more steps because you do have to load it into something like PowerPoint, or in my case I'm going to use Keynote to actually create the links and then export the PDF and load it to GoodNotes. But people asked, and I shall deliver, because I was actually just going to put up a free course this month anyways to kind of give myself a break of filming. But I mean, I have everything. I know what I'm doing. This should be a quick one. So I will be loading that. And then The rest of this week is dedicated to design work. I am working on an undated planner for 2021. I have a bunch of older versions, like my old style, because like I can create across tons of different styles. But I have some old planners up that are quite popular, but I'm noticing that like my Book of Shadows planner is super popular, and it's like and I think it's because it's a portrait style. So I'm gonna create a dated and undated version for 2021 and do a really nice, sleek, minimal portrait style planner. And I'm going to film and probably talk through the process while I'm making at least the undated one, because that is going to be the basis of that class that I'm creating. So I try to, like, if I know I'm making something, I know I can film it, especially if I'm going to make a class for it. So it just makes it easier if I film while I'm actually doing the process and talking through it. I'm a weird person. I can do that. It takes me a little bit longer, but I can talk through the process. I think it's just like the teacher in me. I've had to like explain my processes. I do it to classes, so like I can do it in my head while I'm sitting here and actually designing. So the rest of this week is going to be catered to that, just designing that planner. And then Friday I have to film my Skillshare class, like the intro and the outro, and then maybe some like additional b-roll, and then I've been working on prepping Sophia's homeschool lesson plan. I have a whole year of a curriculum, but I have to go by every 2 weeks and update like the actual weekly lesson plan, what pages she's working on in her notebooks, and what lessons she's working on for, you know, the different like subjects that we have, like English, language arts, social studies. And then I have a really fun project. I was looking at buying a stamp, but of course, Miss Crafty here, so why buy them when I can make them? I found this little mint machine for like, I think everything in the whole entire kit was under 60 bucks, and the actual stamps that I want to make, when I look at how many I wanted to buy and the size, it's cheaper to just get this, and then I can make however many I want. So I'm actually going to do a tutorial with this in a couple of weeks. I'll probably film it next week while I'm trying to figure it out. And we'll see how we can make a stamp with the mint. Hi everyone, I just wanted to check in for the vlog today. Today is Friday, October 16th. We are midway through the month, and you know what that means. Basically, I'm prepping and getting ready to basically edit and load and launch my next Skillshare class. I always tend to start at the middle of the month. I think I might need to start earlier so I don't feel so stressed towards the end of the month, because I have a lot of stuff that goes on, whether it's for Patreon or this class or just any of the work that I do typically during the month. So I need to really figure out my schedule. And then the rest of my to-do list today is I started working on the actual project that I'm showing in this class. Started working on it yesterday. It's a planner, so it's a little bit more creative intensive, just because there's so much different pieces and elements to it. So I got basically the base of the file done. I got my the planner cover done. I got the index page done, and then for the first time in any of my layouts, I'm creating like a year at a glance. I'm not gonna do a dated planner per se, but I did want to have a calendar for 2021 in there. So I'm just doing like little mini a year at a glance page with mini calendars on it, and that just is taking forever to do because I have to manually add in the numbers so that they align properly, and then update the numbers for the year and all of that stuff. So that took me a while yesterday. I have like 2 more months left to update, and then I can start on the other spreads. And then if I have time, I designed like a freebie pack, a little mini freebie pack of stickers that I'm going to be including in every purchase from my Etsy shop. And I want to make a quick little like 5 to 10 piece run of that. Yeah, that's it for the week. That's it for what I'm doing today. I will likely check in next week because I think I'm still gonna film some, and my uploads are kind of off right now because I released that that new series that I've been working on with the Deck Collective. So instead of doing my normal vlog last week, I ended up just sharing that video, and instead of like killing myself trying to film 3 or 4 videos in a week and edit all of them, I filmed some, I didn't edit it, and then I decided to skip editing the vlog for this week, and I'm just gonna save that for next week and edit it then. So yep, just finding balance, doing what I can. Welcome back to the studio vlog. It's Tuesday, October 27th, the end of the month. It's almost Halloween. I'm trying to do all the fun Halloween stuff with my kids possible this week, but I have a lot of work to do. And I stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday, which is not a healthy thing to do, but I've been working on my next Skillshare class, and I need to get it live by the end of this week. So pretty much what I did today was I had to film a little Q&A, my exclusive Q&A for Patreon, which is all about my tech and what I use to film, and things like that. And then I have to ship out some Patreon Happy Mail as well for the month of October. And then after that, I'm going to be hunkered down editing. I've been editing since last week. I hope you guys like it. I've been working really hard on it. Like I said, I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday doing it. So I slept in just a little bit. I got up around 9:30, got ready for the day. It's around 11:30, so I already got stuff done film-wise. I just got to get the Patreon order stuff out. And then to top it all off, and I feel like I've said this before, it's like deja vu. I have a tendency to have my classes go live at the end of the month because it's just easier. But sometimes the terms at the university I teach are ending at the same time. So I had to spend a good chunk of yesterday. That's why I stood up so late. I spent a good chunk of yesterday grading finals and getting my grades submitted. So yeah, so it was finals week on top of everything else, and it's Halloween too, so I want to try to do fun stuff with the kids.
Which one does not belong?